Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you what AD Kayle in the top lane can do. AD Kayle, I'd say, is actually better than AP Kayle on average because you have access to Bork, which slows the enemy, speeds you up, which makes it great for kiting people out, running away, or chasing them down. We took Flash with Ghost for the most kiting potential, and we took Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Alacrity, Last Stand, Absolute Focus, Gathering Storm. If you're gonna be playing Kayle with any kind of crit, having extra AD is amazing because crit essentially doubles your damage. Then we have attack speed 80 and armor level 1. You want to start E. I actually took Flash in the wrong spot, so we're going to have to remember that. I normally play with my Flash on the F key, so hopefully we don't misuse that. You don't want to shove early on Kayle. She comes very strong at level 6 because all your auto attacks become ranged. But pre-6, you're a short range champion, and most melee champs are going to have more damage than you, so just blocking off my range creeps a little bit. I want him to push into me. Your E doesn't cost anything, and it makes your next auto attack do more damage, and it also makes it ranged. It's your main farm tool and poke tool in the early game. Against a champion like Mord, or if someone's going to take D-Shield. Oh, this is weird. I'm going to ghost away. I don't feel like losing all my HP. That was a very strange gank. It's nice to have ghost, though, because we didn't really have to burn anything. And now Kha'Zix is ruined for doing that. He's going to regret that. That was a super forced gank. The wave's pushing to us anyways. What he wants to do is dump the wave so it resets. And what we want to do is try to freeze it. So we need to thin it out. We'll hit that minion with our Q. With our E. We'll get our Q next. Big range damage. AoE damage. And it's a slow. So yeah, that Kha'Zix gank was hilarious. Super cheesy. He's going to put himself behind off that. Got that with our E. I want to get that minion. There we go. He's not pressuring us very much, which is good, because we've already had to burn our potion. I don't like that. His Q does only half damage if it hits multiple things, so you don't want to let him hit that against you on its own. That would be unfortunate. Got that with our E. Very nice. Still getting the majority of these. Every time I go into auto attack, I'm looking at him to make sure we're not going to get smashed for it. You need to try to keep your HP high. If you fall below half HP, you're super easy to dive on Kayle. All you have is a speed up and a slow to try to survive. Auto attack E reset, got it. Not bad. Our wave's in a pretty good spot. We're not very gankable. You want to max E first, Q second, and W last. W per level doesn't give you very much. We have a lot of mana, so we could heal ourselves up with W, but it's only 55 health, and it's a relatively long cooldown, so if we're not actually getting value from the speed up aspect, it's not a very good usage. He has D-Shield and second wind, so us poking him isn't going to do anything. There's very little incentive for us to poke him. Looks like our wave's gonna hard shove here until he did that. He just AoE'd the wave. So we'll chill. You don't need to get kills on Kayle pre-6. All you need to do is get CS, stay alive. If they're trying to force trades with you, you can auto attack E reset. You can hit him with a raw E and a Q. But like I said, since he has D-Shield and second wind and he's moored, I'm not gonna force a trade on him unless he's forcing it on me, in which case we will look for something. Pop that with the E. Got it. Kayle has some pretty good on hit damage. An extra 21 magic damage on all of our auto attacks from our E. Big reason why you max it first. So much damage output. I don't know why Zin's over here. He's just leeching XP. He's not ganking, he's just stealing minions. It's kind of weird. As it Kayle, she doesn't take ganks very well pre-6. All you have is a slow and it's a skill shot. She's much easier to gank for once she's 6. She can bait stuff out easier. We'll go ahead and hit him with an E since it's up. We'll heal ourselves because we have high mana. Got to keep our HP high, put a ward in that bush so we don't get ganked. He's not pressuring us. Walk up and hit it. He's starting to pressure more, but his Q's on cooldown, so we'll auto attack that. Don't waste abilities on minions if they're not pressuring you for it. There, he blows his Q. We can take that minion for free, heal ourselves. Our heal's 90, man. It's so expensive. Your Q's in a massive amount of AoE, so we used it to get both minions there. We need to get as much gold as possible. We're kind of getting what we want now. We have ranged auto attacks, so we can farm super easy at level 6 and poke melee champions much easier. Poke him out with a Q, auto attack E reset. Got it. Nice, nice, nice. Our wave's pushing towards him because it reinforced first. We can try to bait out his Q and then just run away. He can't kill us here. He actually ignited us. That's kind of interesting. I gotta reset though. I don't know where Kha'Zix is and I don't feel like dying. Our wave's in a really bad spot. He should just reset and then he'll come back and grab a massive wave, but I guess he doesn't realize it's pushing to him, so he's doing exactly what we want him to do. Go ahead and pick up Vampiric. We'll grab boots, a dagger. You generally want to go for Bork first if you're up against a kiteable matchup. If you're against a matchup that can jump on you immediately and start killing you, like a Jax, then going for Shieldbow Rush is better. Shieldbow keeps you alive. You have so much damage output on Kayle, especially with Kraken being nerfed many times. It's not super important to get. Kraken's not that important. Instead, honestly, going Shieldbow, Bork, then going for a crit build into IE is generally what you want. We can kill him here. We have Ghost. We'll freeze wave. We're in a really good spot. Our cannon minion's gonna die first, and we can perma freeze it from this position. I gotta thin it out. It's too many minions. Your passive gives you extra attack speed if you attack multiple times within a short period of time. What makes Kayle really hard to fight, what makes her such a good scaler. Also makes it easier to last hit. You're smacking down a lot of minions, you can get in more auto attacks, miss less last hits. Gotta thin out these melees. Auto attack E reset. We'll go ahead and leave a ward up here. I don't want Kha'Zix to sneak up and do more shenanigan and crap. A lot of people do try to camp you when you're playing Kayle because they understand she's weak early game. That's why it's super important not to push early. You get as much gold as you can without dying, and then you'll be fine. Auto attack E reset. Whenever he does that, we should also pop W for the movement speed. I wasn't missing any health though, so I didn't want to really waste the heal aspect. Wanted to get him with an E there. Couldn't quite do it. He still has 4 more minions than us, so this is still technically a perma freeze. As long as they don't get within our turret range. In which case it won't be a perma freeze. Ah, we missed a range creep. That sucks. He's AoEing my minions. Now I gotta smack his so he doesn't dump it. He's trying to reset the wave. Got with an auto attack E reset. I'll W myself here in a second if I lose too much HP. Go into the brush. We do have Vampiric. When you have Vampiric, freezing waves is a lot easier. Because as we take some damage from minions, we can heal it all off, and we're not having to use potions to do so. We already see exactly where he is. Get another point in our Q, give it more damage, bigger slow, lower cooldown and whatnot. He's missing a lot of CS because he doesn't want to take an auto attack E reset and eat a Q. If I land Q, I can follow it up with several more autos. He doesn't know what to do. At this point, since he's been pushing way too much, a few times when he didn't need to be, it's setting us up on a power spike. This is exactly what we want. We're not gankable, he's gankable, even though our jungler hasn't touched him a single time. It's kind of scary to gank him more though once he's level 6 and up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's exactly what he wanted though. We missed another minion. We still have it in a soft freestyle position to where he might AoE the wave. If he doesn't touch it at all, mine will push out since it reinforces first. If I stand near my minions, he'll end up... Yeah, he's going to AoE the wave regardless with his long-range farm tools. So we're fine. Auto attack E reset. He misses cannon minion there. That's really good. My wave's pushing into him though. The early reinforce did us in. He's playing super safe. He's not going to let us kill him. We'll need Bork. to kill this guy with how he's playing. His wave's still pushing into me because he's using his AoE abilities. Auto attack E reset W, auto attack Q. He outran my Q. The Q travel range is pretty slow to where if they're running away from you, a lot of times it'll miss like what you saw there. The wave's still in a freeze position for us. Perfect. We want to get a ward in this bush though. Whenever you have it frozen, they oftentimes will come through the brush, the jungler, and try to break it. They're winning right now. We have a CS advantage on this guy. That's really bad for Mord. Break vision, break vision. This cancels their auto attacks. It slows them down, forces them to re-aggro you. Got him with an EQ. We did take a bad trade there, but it is what it is. He got a good hook off. While his hook's on cooldown, we can attack him more freely, not have to worry about that. Auto attack E reset. I don't think we can go into poke him. We're taking too much damage. We've got to just relax until we know what he has up and doesn't. He's taking a lot of damage now. Auto attack E reset. Or flash on him. I'm not gonna. Ooh, yeah, he had flash. That sucks. That's pretty worth though. We were able to kill the Mord. Our wave's in a bad spot. That's the worst part. We're gonna lose so much CS. I'm hoping my wave's able to crash it. It's not a cannon wave, so it might get underneath turret before it gets up there, which would be perfect. We want to miss as many of those minions as possible. We have Bork now for better kite. And at this point, we're gonna start shoving the wave because we can 1v1 easily or 1v2. On Kayle, the space is what you need. Lots and lots of space because you don't have much CC, but with Ghost, you just run him down, hit him with autos, auto attack E resets, auto attack Q resets. In a perfect world, you would always lead in with Q because it slows them and shreds armor magic resist, so you do more damage. That's not always an option though, because if they're running away from you and they have boots, oftentimes they can outrun it. Your Q range is barely any more than your auto attack range as well, so like this is your auto range and this is your Q range. It's getting a lot of ganks from Kayle. I haven't gotten a single gank. I gotta thin this out. Kha'Zix is mid. He can't fight us anymore at all. Auto attack E reset. See how slow he is? Auto attack Q reset. Auto attack E reset. I think I missed him with my Q there. I don't know where he went. I guess he got away. We can stay though. He burned his R and we didn't have R. It's kind of funny. Your E does a lot of execute damage, so the lower they are, the harder your E hits. That sucks so that we didn't kill him. Just barely got away. It wasn't the easiest thing in the world to chase. I'll go ahead and use some mana on the hill. We need to get our health back to at least half health and we can kill him with our R up. When Mordekaiser R's you, he steals a lot of your stats, so you do less damage, he does more damage. It's an annoying combo. We had our passive fully stacked, and we had our lethal tempo fully stacked, so we were doing quite a bit of damage. Just gotta relax. We're even stronger now, level 11. It's a big power spike for Kayle. You'll end up getting wave damage when you have your passive fully stacked. So that's more AoE clear. And it's also more single target damage. It's both. Chunks, like you see there. So much more damage. Our Bork's on cooldown. It's roughly a 20-second cooldown. It does a chunk of damage, slows them and speeds you up. So every time that's up, we want to try to auto E auto. He gets our ward. Kha'Zix is dead though. When our Ghost is up, he's dead. We burned Ghost last time when he burned his flash. So we know when our Ghost is up, his flash will still be on cooldown because Ghost is a minute and a half lower cooldown than flash. So when our Ghost is up, his flash will still be down for a minute and a half and then we'll kill him when he steps up. So we give him some space to breathe. He kills the minion. I'll try to take my time with it. Ended up missing it. He AoEs the wave. Auto E auto. Auto attack Q. He's dead. We're on Ghost. He can't get away. And that's the Kayle balance. This power spike on Bork is super nasty. There's no counterplay. As long as you don't die, or you're not like super far behind your opponent in lane, you get Bork, you have Ghost. It's so hard to fight. So hard. Your E is nasty. So nasty at this point. And then once you're level 16, all your auto attacks, you get even more range, and your auto attacks always do the wave AoE damage, even when you're not exalted. Exalted is when your passive's fully stacked like this. So since it's full stacked, our autos are AoE shredding the wave and doing extra damage. And our E is exploding now as well, which is pretty sick, doing AoE damage and more damage. Explodes on the target. Yep. Auto attack E reset. Got our Bork off on him. He's dead. He's literally dead. We'll kite him out inside of here. Auto attack E reset. Pop our R on his head. Hit him with a Q. There's no way for him to fight us anymore. Kha'Zix is going to be in the area, so I'll go ahead and back. Ooh, I'm on my minions. He's dead. Auto attack E reset. If you're near your minions, he's not getting that same type of isolation damage. We're also a couple levels up on him. They're going to have to surrender. There's no way they can fight now. Our E's explode from level 11 up. More wave clear, more damage. We have constant range attacks level 6 and up. Kayle level 6 turns into a real champion, and then Kayle level 11's pretty unbalanced, I'd say. Even at level 6, she's kind of broken, similar to a Vladimir. The kite ability and the scalability. Auto attack E reset. We can wait for Kha'Zix. Even though we haven't spent our gold, we're really strong. Oh, I just showed. That's a mistake. I'll just reset then. I don't know if he saw from brush. I don't have my Ghost either right now, so I'm a little bit nervous about Kha'Zix showing up. I do have Flash though, and I still have my Bork. It's ready to use. He has tier 2 boots, and I don't have tier 2 boots. Auto E auto. Auto attack Q reset. I have red buff. I'll speed myself up with W. Down he goes. That is unfortunate for him. And then these minions can't their damage doesn't stick because we have Bork. This is why playing Kayle AD is so much better than AP when you have that option. Like my team already has Yuumi and Seraphine for a lot of magic damage. Even though our abilities, Q and E and R, still do magic damage, most of our damage that's actually hitting them now is physical. It's a bit of a blend. We could go for Swifties or for Berserks. There's no shame in going Swifties, especially if you're not super comfortable at kiting. If you have trouble kiting at past 2 attack speed, which you'll easily hit with full stack lethal tempo and full stack passive. If that's the case, just go for Swifties. They're really inexpensive, and you won't have too much attack speed to where you're struggling to use all your autos efficiently. You'll be a little bit more like a Jhin. Hey, friend. I'm gonna full stack my passive here and reset it. Oh, hey, Kai, you want to die? Auto attack E reset. Drop the Q on him. Thank you very much. Oh, man. I think he got critted. He got crit so hard there. He disappeared. We'll go ahead and do another Kayle top. She's a little bit easier to play against melee champions and range champs. Against range champs, you have to play a little bit smarter because they can actually poke you more. Against range champs, you have to use more Qs and Es against them. So we'll go ahead and do a part 2. I'll see you guys there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2. Up against a Bel'Veth in the top lane. This is going to be a weird matchup. All we need to do is the same thing. Try to freeze wave close to our turret, but not too close. And scale up, hit Bork all in around level 6. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Against a range champ, you will have to use Qs more to defend yourself when they come into trade. You'll pop them with an auto attack E reset. If you do have Q, you can Q auto E reset, take some pretty solid trades. You have 4 defense options on Kayle. You can go for what the fuck is it called? You can go for fleet footwork. You can go for second win, you can go for D shield and you can go for TP. D shield, second win, fleet footwork, and TP are 4 defensive options for Cal. If you feel like you need them all, that's fine. If you feel like you only need 2, that's fine. If you feel like you only need 3, that is also fine. In this case, since it's a melee matchup and she doesn't have that much poke, we don't need second wind or D shield or TP or fleet footwork, in my opinion. Instead, we'd rather have the full Giga 1v9 setup, which is lethal tempo, triumph, alacrity, last stand, gathering storm with attack speed 80 and armor. Once again, we're going to block the 3 ranged creeps. You want to slow down them as much as possible. In this case, it's not really letting me because League is a cool game. We at least blocked one of them. Super late to the fight on that one. And yeah, play the game out from here. Got our E level 1 and we're chilling. She's clearly going to fight us if we go in for a last hit. And I don't want to take too much damage early on. I want her to push into us, so I'll stand near these. Maybe she'll try to dash through us. She actually took Kayle. We could trade, honestly, with her. Auto attack E reset. We're chilling. She's fighting us on our backline creeps. That was a great trade for us. If someone takes something greedy like Kayle, you shouldn't be afraid to trade with them. Poke her with my E, but instead we accidentally hit the minion. We have our passive full stacked. We can kill her 100%. Auto attack Q. Pop her with our E. Taking a lot of damage from her minions. It's fine though. Got 2 stacks on our passive. Poke her with an E. We'll back up out of her minion range. Try to get her with a Q, but completely miss. Poke her with an E every single time it's up. If you're against a squishy champion that doesn't go D shield or second win, she doesn't have resolve tree and she didn't go D shield, so we can really poke her down every single time our E's up and it's worth it. Our wave is pushing, so we kind of want to crash it at this point. If we don't, then we'll be left in a really bad spot. It's Kindred. We'll be getting ganked very soon here. We need to dump this. Auto attack E reset. Throw out a Q on her. Hit her with that damage. Got it. Got it. And got it. Now I'll poke her with an E. Or at least try to. She's standing really far back. She's taking a lot of minion damage there because she's floating up into the wave. She's dead. I don't know what she's doing. If we could auto attack E reset on her, maybe she dies. The main issue is she has a damage reduct ability that I don't really want to mess with right now. So instead, we'll just force her to back. Cole's such a greedy start that even if you're playing against like a Cole, Jax, or Irelia, you can beat them in fights. It's such a weak item, Cole is. Alright, it's shoved, whatever. We'll reset. We've missed a couple CS, but she's missed more than we've missed. First item back, we'll go for as much of our Bork as possible. Her wave should push into me. It's going to reinforce on her side for us, so we're chilling. We'll go double longsword. Your E does scale off of your AD. Your Q does as well, and your R does. So kill, and plus your passive. You have a lot of scaling. The most important thing is the Bork for the slow for all in potential. If you need a Mortal Shield Bow though, you can rush a Mortal Shield Bow, then go Bork. After you have Bork and a Mortal Shield Bow, you're typically looking for triple crit. So something like Collector with Lord Dominic's Regard and IE is pretty insane. Double lifesteal and the triple crit is a really nasty build to deal with. We can use our Q to last hit here. We can use our E. We're still not level 6, so our trades aren't perfect. In a perfect world, you keep your flash and ghost up and HP all the way high, and then when you're 6, you can start to do quite a bit more. It's just not always what ends up happening. I don't want to tank our minions here. Gotta thin these out. She's letting us too, so this is perfect. Getting our passive stacked here. Hit her with an EQ. We popped her with the Q through her minion. Used it kind of to spread it, almost like an MFQ. Auto attack E reset, and we're chilling. We got the wave in a great spot. She's low health. That Cole start was really greedy. She should have started D-Shield second wind against us. Belvet's not crazy strong early on. That's why she's not a top lane champ, so she's going to get bullied down. I don't think she has a lot of options into us, to be honest. Auto attack E resets. Try to get her with that Q. She's playing really safe now, though. Got her with the E poke. Once again, the lower on health they are, the more damage your E does do. Ah, we missed the E reset there. We were a little too slow. We're level 6 now. All of our auto attacks are ranged. She knows it. Auto attack E reset. She has a bunch of dashes away, so I'm not going to pop Ghost and try to run this down. She'll be able to get away without even burning a summoner spell. Got it. I need to pay attention to that Grant mark. When that goes down, we know Kindred's here. Auto attack E reset. Down she goes. That's why press the attack's also decent on Kayle. You can auto E, auto reset, and kind of chunk them that way. Kayle's autos don't really have float time, so it's not super easy to poke people underneath turrets without taking damage. You have to hit them in between turret shots. It's kind of hard. Auto attack E reset. Auto Q. She has her damage reduction. She dies to my minions, though. She did some damage to me, so my minions focus her. We still have double sum. She's screwed. She's in such trouble now. We're scaling. We're hitting our power spikes. We have absolute focus, gathering storm. This is the best late game scaling page you can possibly take on Kayle. And we managed to get a solo kill in lane. We see Kindred's bot side. We might even be able to keep her off the wave, to be honest, if we had some life still. But since we don't, I'm thinking we just take this and reset. If you are playing against a ranged matchup, going for Q max first isn't terrible. That's more for AP Kayle, though. Generally, E max is best. Auto attack Q reset. And we got the wave shoved. I'll go ahead and heal back. Ward this brush, and we're out of here. She can try to force something on us if she wants. I've already dumped the wave. Go for Q max second. And we're out of there. We'll go ahead and pick up the lifesteal, this, and boots. Boots are really important for surviving ganks and for chasing people down. We still have Ghost Flash and R. We have everything. The longer the game goes, the better it is for Kayle. So if things slow down, don't panic. You want things nice and slow. That's where Kayle excels. Her E doesn't cost mana. She's one of the best scaling champs in the game. Once again, Absolute Focus Gathering Storm will play into that. Plus, it interacts really well with crit, because crit essentially doubles your damage. So if you get an extra 40 AD, it's basically an extra 80 damage instead of 40. Go ahead and Ghost for this. Auto attack E reset. Down she goes. We get the kill. Beautiful. Velvet's going to have to come back topside. I think my wave's pushing, so I'll go ahead and just dump it here. Might as well. Auto attack E reset. Got it. Yeah, the wave's dumped. She's going to have trouble getting back. I have life still, so I'm not going to take too much damage here either. I'll stand in between her and the wave. And then she's not going to be able to get back. Unless her jungler comes. Auto attack E reset. Pop her at the Q. Try to dodge that with my W. Auto attack E reset. I'm full stacked here. Auto attack Q reset. Auto attack. Ooh, almost had her with the auto attack E reset. Maybe I should just flash the wall. I was thinking about flashing and securing the kill on Bel'Veth. It just didn't seem worth it. It didn't. Still turns out pretty well. We get the assist. We didn't really lose minions since we'd crashed the wave. Got to keep going for the Bork here. She's trying to dump. She's not going to be able to get her Cole this game. There's no way she gets 56 more minions. She's already down a lot of CS. If I could have played that over... that's tough. It was just so close. If we had just lived for a half a second longer, we would have had E reset and the Kindred would have popped. Because your E does a bunch of missing health damage. I don't think Bel'Veth has flash. I think she gets away here. Well, maybe not. Auto E reset. We lost a lot of minions for that. I don't even know if that's really worth it. If that's worth it, it's barely worth it. I lost pretty much a whole wave. Guess if she loses a whole wave, it is what it is. We had a control where that would be perfect. We could also afford Bork at this point. I'll stay for the plates. Kindred should be bot side for her mark, especially since she saw Sejuani top side. Getting tongue twisted. Okay, she's got TP. She's gonna AFK farm underneath turret then, I suppose. Auto attack E reset. She can't fight me at all. She loses this. She doesn't win that at all. I've even spent my gold. Auto attack E reset. Down she goes. A lot of people don't realize that Kayle's E does the missing health damage, so they'll fight you, not realizing that Kayle has a huge execute on a low cooldown, 0 mana cost, and then they die. Kayle's burst is always surprising because of that. Most people haven't played her or they don't read her ability, so they just don't know. It's a great tool. Very nice. It's also great for last hitting minions because minions will be low on health and you crank it. Saw Kindred who was near bot side. I'll dump this wave and reset. Might as well. We're sitting on a full Bork. I would like to reset wave to not only force her back, but to also make her lose some last hits as well. Kindred is seemingly doing Herald here. Might as well tear her up a bit. Auto E reset. Ghost for auto Q. Auto R. She's going to have to use her own R. Maybe I R'd early there. Down she goes. But keep in mind, we're getting 30% extra attack speed from our passive. And also 1% extra AP per stat. Plus we were full stacked lethal tempo. She doesn't have lethal tempo, so we're going to be way stronger coming out of that fight. I'm thinking we go for Berserks this game. We'll go for Immoral Shield Bow next. After Immoral Shield Bow, I'm thinking Phantom Dancer into Collector into IE. That'll be our full build. Or we could just go for Phantom Dancer, Bloodthirster, IE. Ridiculous damage, ridiculous healing. And we still have Absolute Focus Gathering Storm scaling us up. Like I said, she's never going to get her Cole finish this game. I won't allow it. I could have frozen it on her here. I'm strong enough to 1v2 though. Kill them both now. But I'll dump and kill. I don't want her to roam while I'm perma-freezing. That's the only way she could possibly get value for her team at this point. Now we're level 11, so we have the waves. AoE auto attacks plus extra damage. AoE autos are sick. Let's Kayle shove waves without burning mana. Very sick. They're pushing mid. It's not worth. Even if they get a kills and turrets, we're getting this guaranteed. It's the best thing Bel'Veth can do for her team, though, at this point. She can't fight us at all. I would take Krugs if they're up, but they're not. No one wants to come fight us. Like, when you're fed Nasus or fed Kayle, no one wants to deal with you. They'd rather just pretend you're not there. With that being said, you want to ban Nasus on Kayle. It's her worst matchup in the game. Plus, they buffed Nasus Wither recently. It's a 75% attack speed slow when it's maxed. And it slows your movement speed by around 90%. So you can't move and you can't really auto-attack either. It's so hard to play against. Against Nasus, you should probably take Cleanse on Kayle. Cleanse and Ghost. So you can cleanse the Wither and then just destroy. Goodbye, Kindred. Auto-attack W. Why is she here? I'll feel pretty fast off the red buff. 31 health per second. They can't see me if I hide in this nook. Kind of want to stay. I can kill with an auto attack E reset. Got our passive 4 stacked. And it's once again 6% attack speed per stack. So 30% attack speed when maxed. Plus you'll get 6% bonus AP. Which I don't have any. Or maybe it's 1% of your AP is what that is. Yeah, I think it's supposed to give you extra AP. I'm not sure. It's got some tiny AP scaling on it. We're already back to full health. That's not even a big deal. She's gonna run it herself out of mana. I can take camps as well. Down goes the Kindred. And that's it. They quit. That's all there is to it. 80 Kayle, baby.